Mostert. And I'm just kind of wondering if you think that Kyle's offense kind of demands a little bit more dynamic back. Everything's predicated on the run game and play action pass off the run game and getting big plays in the run game, getting chunk yardage plays in the run game. And it's like sometimes I look at their runners right now and I think, well, I like them all, but I don't know that they're chunk yardage running backs typically. We did see that from Wilson in the first half where Burford had a beautiful block on DJ and he cut it back right off his back shoulder and went for like 37 or whatever. That was, a thing of beauty, but we're not seeing that very often. Do you think that the lack of dynamic speedster in that backfield is impacting things, or where does that fit on the list of the issues the offense has?
Yeah, it seemed like, so you mentioned the couple of carries Wilson has. He busted a 37-yarder. I think he had another one later in the game that went for like 18 or whatever. But there's no doubt about it. So on the fumbled snap in the second half on the first drive, they have an opportunity for an explosive play, but it comes from Jordan Mason. So he just ran for 7 yards. They come back. They have a perfect play call on, fumbles the snap. Jordan Mason on that play has a one-on-one with the safety. Everybody's blocked. So if he makes a safety miss, it's a house call for 60 yards. Instead, he doesn't even get a chance to have the ball in his hands. So I think Jordan Mason will be able to add that level of dynamic that they are missing. And I do agree. So Jeff Wilson, for everything you said, like he is great as far as getting up the field. His vision is one of the better backs in the league, in my opinion. But that lack of second gear does show up. So the 6, the 7s, they're great and all, but in 2019, you remember Raheem Mostert, like he was busting 40s and 50s and 60s. Like there's no replacing that. And Kyle Shanahan spoke about that. The hardest thing to do on offense is sustain drives, to sustain those double-digit drives. And when you have those explosive plays like we see from Debo, like we see from Ayuk and Kittle, in the running game, it does make a difference. And they don't have that right now.
It's interesting too. Like they were choosing when they were paring the thing down, they chose Mason and TDP and these guys over Hasty. Now, kind of looking back at it, I wonder if they would be better off with Hasty, just from the standpoint that Hasty had explosiveness. He was shifty, and even though he was small, he could make you miss and he could make a big play. We'll see. We'll see how this thing. I still like TDP. I really like Jordan Mason. I'd like to see him get some touches starting Monday night.